Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to another talk session with ChatGPT. Today's topic is understanding the basics of financial independence. Hi there, ChatGPT. My today's topic is understanding the basics of financial independence. And my first question is, what does financial independence mean to you?
That sounds like a great topic. Financial independence is all about having enough income or resources to support yourself without relying on traditional employment. Are you focusing on any specific aspects like budgeting, investing, or maybe passive income streams? Let me know how you'd like to shape it.
Why is financial independence important in life?
Financial independence is super important because it gives you freedom and flexibility. It means you're not tied down to a job you don't enjoy. And can make choices based on what you love rather than necessity. It also provides security, reduces stress, and can help you plan for the future, like retirement or emergencies. Plus, it can give you the ability to pursue passions, travel, or even start your adventures.
How can someone identify their financial goals?
बिल्कुल, सबसे पहले अपने गोल्स को क्लियरली करना ज़रूरी है। ये सोचिए आपको कितनी
Sir, in English, how can someone identify their financial goals?
और आपके लॉन्ग टर्म क्या है, जैसे कि रिटायरमेंट प्लान,
Answer in English only.
past projects या ventures का fund करना, उसके बाद अपनी current financial situation को समझना, budgeting और saving के goals तय करना.
How can someone identify their financial goals?
Absolutely. So identify financial goals. It's helpful to start by reflecting on what's important to that person, whether it's short-term needs like building an emergency fund, medium-term goals like buying a home, or long-term aspirations like retirement. It's also important to consider their current financial situation, their values, and lifestyle. That way, the goal can be facing.
What are the first steps toward financial independence?
Some of the first steps towards financial independence include setting a budget, tracking income and expenses, building an emergency fund to cover unexpected costs, paying off high interest debt, and starting to save and invest consistently. It's also important to educate yourself about personal finance and explore multiple income streams to diversify your sources of revenue.
Why is saving money essential for independence?
It's definitely a journey that requires patience and discipline. The key is to start small, stay consistent, and keep adjusting your plan as you go along. Over time, those small steps are lots of big progress.
Control.
Absolutely. It's all about creating a solid foundation and then building on it step by step. If you have any more specific strategies or tips, just let me know.
How does budgeting support control? Please answer in more detail.
Of course, taking control of your finances involves several key steps. First, it's important to gain clear understanding of your current financial situation, which means tracking your income, expenses, debts, and savings. From there, you can create a realistic budget that aligns with your goals and helps you avoid overspending. Next, focusing on building an emergency fund is crucial. This acts as a financial safety net for unexpected expenses. Additionally, tackling high interest debt should be a priority as it can quickly erode your financial progress. Once you've got a handle on these basics, you can start to explore investing to grow your wealth over time, educating yourself about different investment options like stocks, bonds, or real estate can help you make informed decisions. Lastly, continuously reviewing and adjusting your financial plan ensure that you stay on track toward your long-term goals. Avoiding overspending often starts with mindful budgeting. One effective strategy is to set clear spending limits for different categories like groceries, entertainment, dining out. Another use tools or apps that track your spending in real time. You're always aware of where your money's going. It also helps to distinguish between needs and wants and to prioritize essential expenses first. Implementing a waiting period for non-essential purchases can also help, giving you time to flex before buying. Finally, setting specific financial goals like saving for a trip or building an emergency fund can keep you motivated and focused on long-term financial health.
Why is tracking expenses a helpful habit?
Tracking expenses is helpful because it gives you a clear picture of where your money is going, which helps identify areas where you might be overspending or where you can cut back. It also encourages mindfulness in your spending habits, making you more aware of your financial choices. Over time, this habit can lead to better budgeting, improved savings, and ultimately greater financial stability and independence.
How much should a person save monthly, ideally?
The ideal amount to save can vary depending on individual circumstances, but a common guideline is to aim for saving at least 20% of your income. This can include contributions to retirement accounts, emergency funds, and other savings goals. However, the exact percentage can depend on factors like your income, financial goals, living expenses. Some financial advisors also recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses set aside in an emergency fund before focusing on other savings. Ultimately, it's about finding a balance that works for you and helps you meet your long-term financial objectives.
How much should a person save? What is an emergency fund and why is it needed?
An emergency fund is typically recommended to cover about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This means that if you lose your income or face an unexpected expense, you have a financial cushion to fall back on. Having this fund provides peace of mind, reduces financial stress, and helps you avoid going into debt when emergencies occur. It also gives you the flexibility to handle unexpected situations like medical emergencies, car repairs, or sudden job loss without having to compromise your long-term financial goals.
How many months of expenses should the emergency fund?
Currently, financial advisors suggest having about 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. The exact amount can depend on factors like your job stability, your monthly expenses, and any other sources of income. For instance, if you have a stable job and low expenses, 3 months might be sufficient. But if your income is variable or you have dependent income for 6 months or even more, can provide greater security.
What is the difference between saving and investing?
For an emergency fund really depend on your personal situation. For example, if we have a stable job, steady income, you might lean toward the lower end of that range, like 3 months of expenses. On the other hand, if you're self-employed, work on commission, or have dependents, you might want to save more, maybe up to 6 months or even more. So you're fully covered. It's all about creating a safety net that aligns with your comfort level and your financial responsibilities.
How does investing build long-term wealth?
Investing helps build long-term wealth by taking advantage of compound interest and market growth over time. When you invest, your money has the potential to grow significantly through returns on investments, such as dividends, interest, and capital gains. Over the long term, even small, consistent investments can grow into substantial sums due to the power of compounding. Additionally, investing in a diversified portfolio can help you spread risk and increase the potential for steady growth. Ultimately, investing allows you to outpace inflation, grow your wealth, and achieve your long-term financial goals.
Beginner-friendly investments.
Absolutely. If you need any more details or have any specific questions about investing or any other financial topics,
What are the beginner-friendly investment ideas?
For beginners, some starting points include index funds, which offer broad market exposure and low fees and are relatively simple to manage. The good option is mutual funds, which are professionally managed and diversify investments across many assets. Exchange traded funds or ETFs are also beginner friendly as they combine the diversification of mutual funds with the flexibility of trading like a stock. Lastly, robo-advisors are a fantastic choice as they use algorithms to create and manage a diversified portfolio based on your risk tolerance and goals, investing straightforward and accessible.
Thank you, ChatGPT, very much for sharing helpful insights on financial independence. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next session.